Time for a little vibe coding. Y'all know. All right, here's what I am looking to build today. So over the course of, I don't know, years. I keep track of side hustle ideas, business ideas, etc. If you sign up for my email newsletter, this is something that I send for free. And I also have this link to this because it's almost like a shortcut where you can go and just look at all the ideas in one place. And something that I have done, and this is newer, is like I kind of have this grading system. And this is what I want to do is out of this, I want to build a quiz where people can go through. You can go through and it's an interactive quiz where you ask questions and then it spits out like probably what's going to be the best for you, like the best business idea for you based on your answers to the questions. Now you can get this for free, but I'm thinking to build this tool. And if it turns out cool, maybe I'll sell it. I don't know, for like $20 or something like that, just for building it out and hosting it and everything. But so let's go through and I'll just kind of walk through these examples here. And then from there, we'll go into one of these tools possibly Lovable. I'll talk about it, but I'm probably going to use VO and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But before we get there, so very first example, be a freelance writer, okay? So how I break these down is how much time does the idea take, right? So I rate like how much time I think it takes you, the investment, anywhere from $100 up to like $5,000. And I'm going to edit these because it's not $5,000 is not even really the right answer. That's like an example. But anyways, tech skills. 1 is like, what's a computer? 10 is, man, I can build my own computer. So like, how technical do you need to be? Writing skills. Rated from 1 to 10, design skills, people skills, like you can work solo, or 10 is like you want to work with the team and interact with people a lot. Okay, cool. So how quick to make money? And this is really how quick, this is kind of adjusted over time because originally I had a quiz that said you needed to make money fast, but really this is like how quickly the idea will generate money is really the reality of what that is. So I need to adjust the question there. And then the earning potential is like the potential. Like, hey, is it only, like if it's only just a simple side hustle idea and it's never going to make a ton of money, then it would have a lower number. If it's, could be a big business, it'll have a higher number. So that's that. So now I want to take all this data and turn this into something interactive that people can interact with. Now, I don't think we're going to need this column, so we'll probably download this as a CSV file, and then we'll remove this column, I think, is probably what we'll do. I don't want to do that from this article. This is a public article, a public document that I want to continue adding notes in this column here. But yeah, so let me do that. All right, so I've downloaded this file as a CSV and I've removed this column. One thing that I did note when I downloaded it as a CSV is that it did not carry my notes here. So I need to be careful of that when I go to build this tool, this quiz. It's kind of funny is that coding this, it's going to seem seemingly easy. I bet it's going to seem like we code this with no problem, is just my guess. But the funny thing is that it took tons of time, energy, and resources to get to this point where I have this document here, this public facing document with the data that we're basically going to input into this tool, right? Okay, now to explain to you which tool I think is going to be best to build this. I'm going to test it on both, but because it's going to be a forward-facing tool, meaning like I'm not going to require people to log in or anything like that. It's not going to store data long-term. So I think this vo.dev will be just as good to build this because you can deploy it. I can deploy it on Vercel, its tool, and just like point to it, and then people can then utilize that quiz. I think if I do it on Lovable, maybe in theory it'll kind of be the same thing. I tell you what, we're gonna use the exact same criteria for both, and just let's see what happens. Let's see like what they build and see how it works, and then we'll go from there. Maybe we'll make tweaks on both ends. All right, so let me read this out loud to see how I feel about it. I want to build an interactive quiz to help users decide which side hustle or business idea is the best one for them to launch. Please create the tool based on the data from the attached file. I think that's pretty good. And then I attach the CSV. Let's go do that on Lovable as well. Interesting thing to note already is that I'm not able to attach a CSV file. When I went to attach it, there's nothing showing, meaning my assumption is I need to find a different file type. So I'm going to look into that while this bad boy, of course, is over here just doing its thing. So let's lovable.dev file types. Let me go to the FAQ and let's see if it's there. Why you couldn't add a CSV, I don't know. All right, let's see if we can make this. It's a Microsoft Excel document. Is that better? All right, Microsoft Excel didn't work. I don't really want to download a PDF, but let's try it. All right, so I tried to upload it. I got an error message from Lovable. It must be JPEG, PNG, PNG, WebP. Okay, so basically it's got to be an image file. Well, hold on. Does the PDF work? No, error. Okay. Lovable. I'm sure this will be an update at some point coming soon. I sure hope so. But as of right now, I can't basically even import the data to build from. So we're gonna, sorry Lovable, we're Xing you out, closing you down. All right, don't let me down, VO. Don't let me down. All right, see what we got here. The side hustle finder. Find the perfect side hustle based on your skills and preferences. This quiz will help you identify the most suitable. So 2 updates from it. I'm going to give it the Microsoft data. Oh, it says file type not allowed. Okay, so the CSV is what I actually needed. All right, let's just go through. Let's test this thing. So time commitment, investment level, required skills, earning potential. You'll receive personalized recommendations ranked by how well they match your profile, along with details about each opportunity. How much time can you commit weekly? So really what I'm going to need to do is feed in the data that I had on that spreadsheet manually, I think. Cool. Top matches, all ideas. Cool. All right. So for right away, let me feed it this data. Here on the CSV file in the header. You can use, actually I feel like if I feed it that data we'll confuse it, so let's not do that. No, I am gonna add that data because I just feel like we need to clarify, so let me work on that. All right, I've added a pretty long prompt in this thing. My scores on the CSV file, let me add 1 through 10 ratings just so it's clear what I mean. My scores, the 1 through 10 ratings on the CSV file, come from the following information from each of the headers. How much time does this business idea take? 1 to 10, 1 equals least, 10 equals the most. And so I spelled out all the notes that I had on there for each item. And then at the bottom I say, please adjust the questions asked to the quiz taker based on the above information. We're going to give that a go. And we're going to see what that does and see if it hopefully modifies the quiz in an appropriate way. It should. If it doesn't work, we can manually make adjustments. I also want to make the quiz more kind of modern feeling. It feels, I don't know, it's just not as exciting as it could be. Maybe can make it a little bit more, maybe colorful. But hey, we're vibe coding. That's what we do. I have no idea if the quiz works, right? We haven't even touched on functionality yet. We're just like literally looking at the information that it's getting. Answer a few questions to discover the best side hustle based on your skills, preferences, and resources. All right. This quiz will help you identify the most suitable side hustles from our database of 100 ideas by matching your profile with each opportunity's requirements. Time commitment, investment level. You'll receive personalized recommendations ranked by how well they match your profile, along with the details about each opportunity. Yeah, and so all this verbiage, we can adjust later. Like that's no big deal. But like let's start looking at functionality of this thing, and let's see how that works. How much time can you commit? Now, like the colors here, we'll adjust that too. Like the progress bar, 1 out of 8. I feel like that progress bar needs to look different or something, maybe, than this, because it almost looks like that would be a slider bar as well, but it's not a slider bar. So minimal time, 1 full-time commitment. Let's say minimal time, minimal money, don't have good tech skills, not a good writer. Let's say I'm totally cool working with people. I don't know if it needs to be a slider. I think it almost needs to be like bubbles from 1 to 10, where I can just select and click on the appropriate bubble. I think I gotta start making money today. Let's see. I don't think these just kind of based on what I answered, I don't think these matches line up either. All right, let's take it again. Let's say I can do full time, got a ton of money, super tech savvy. I can write, good design skills. I want to work solo. I do like the different ratings that it's got going on here. I just don't think that they're accurate. I don't think we're designing this correctly. Okay. All right, first I'm going to see if we can change this slider thing from a slider to radio buttons that go from 1 to 10. Then we'll look at the accuracy of how it's calculating the information. All right, so I'm telling it that I like it better, but I want to make sure that the default that it selects is always 5 or nothing, whichever one it prefers. Actually, I'm asking the AI to help me choose what it prefers there. All right. So we still have functionality that we've got to work on, like accuracy of the information. I'm not sure how it's calculating. Something's wrong there. And then the look and feel's kind of, I don't know, a little blah. I have to ask it to spice it up a little bit, spice up our life a little bit here. All right. I think it shows no question. Yeah, no question. How much time? I like the little icon. That's cool. 1 out of 8. I do like the status bar. Please select a value. Okay, it's cool. It's kind of guiding me. That's fine. All right. Let's adjust design, and then we're going to ask it about the accuracy. We design more modern and add. I'm just going to leave it simple. Can we make the design more modern and add some color? I don't know. I'm going to let the system decide what it wants to do. At least it'll be interesting nonetheless. So let's see what it decides here. All right, no matter what it outputs, I'm going to go ahead and start this next prompt because I know I'm concerned that the results data is inaccurate. Let's see. All right, I'm concerned that the results data is inaccurate. It doesn't seem that the results match the data from the CSV based on the scores on the CSV file. Can you confirm? I think that's what we'll send, but let's see this. Let's see this design first. Check a little socials. Okay, that is a pop of color for sure, and it is more modern. Definitely cleaner and easier to read. Now, except for the scoring system, it's kind of messed up. That's okay. All right. So in fact, let me go ahead and send this message, and then we'll come back to the design elements that it kind of messed up. And that's fine. That's okay. It says it can see a potential issue with how they're interpreting the data. So that's, I think, good. If we're going to fix it. All right, so it's telling me that it fixed some parsing. It redesigned the scoring algorithm. Uses a weighted scoring system that prioritizes different attributes based on importance. I don't know if it's going to need to be weighted. Handles preferences differently based on attribute. For time and investment, if the user prefers less. If the user prefers less, lower values are better. For skills, match as closely as possible to the skill level. For quick cash. That's a good point. Okay, I'm gonna have to get back and define the logic and make sure that the logic matches. That makes sense. That would be confusing for anyone. So that's on me. It has nothing to do with the system. It may need that. It may mean that I need to go back to my original data set and just make sure that everything is like relative with the questions, or maybe I need to maybe I need to develop the questions, and I'm just like providing the data and the scores, and I provide the questions that keep us on the right path. Like if I'm not able to figure this out easily, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon. But that's a great point. Great point from the system. All right, added match explanations. Added a new section that explains why each side hustle might work. Okay, highlights the strongest aspects. Added debug code. All right. No, that's great. Okay, now we need to fix the functionality of needing to be able to vote. I have 2 free messages left today. Let's see if we can get done in 2 messages. That's all right. We'll do a part 2 on this. And that's fine, because it'll give me some time to kind of think through it anyway. Often find that after doing like 30 minutes, so we're at like 35 minutes in total, that after doing like, 30 or 40 minutes, I'm kind of like, oh man, I kind of want to rest anyway and let it like sit on my brain and like come back to it actually. So yeah, I'm on the free plan of this. I am not paying for this tool, vo.dev. Also, if I haven't told you yet up to this point, I think I already said if you want the 100 ideas, but also I track these projects and all kinds of other things that I'm doing in my email newsletter. I send it out once a week. I mean, we're doing domain flipping, real estate investing, local media group stuff. So if any of that interests you, definitely hop on it. I'll put a link down below. All right, let's see if this functionality works, and let me actually, yep, nice. And let me think through these questions as well. How much time can you commit? So a little bit of time. A little bit of time, a little bit of money, a little bit of tech skills, a little bit of writing. But I like people. I need to make money pretty quick. That would be a good one. All right, I'm feeling better. At this. All right, I can commit a lot of time. I wonder if we can make it where we select the score and it automatically goes to the next question. But we can go back if we need to. Or is that a bad idea? I don't know. What do you guys think? I already forgot what I said. I can invest a lot. So a lot of time. I can invest some money. I got decent tech skills, decent writing, decent design, and I like people. And no rush on money. I think the best thing to do, a lot of time, no money. A lot of time, but no money. That would actually be on my list for sure. I have a lot of time. I have a little bit of money. Yeah, these are pretty good. These are pretty good matches. All right, let me see all the ideas. All right, this is good. Let's use these 2 questions left. All right, so we're gonna adjust the formatting. Like, I don't think on every question we need to say on a scale of 1 to 10, right? And then what is a computer? All right, so I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this. I'm gonna paste that screenshot into the system. Let's see, 1, we don't need this. 2. All right, so I'm adding 3 things in one go. I'm gonna add one more too. So what I'm saying is, hey, we don't need this. Well, we're doing it on the first question, right? Oops. I'm saying we don't need this on a scale of 1 to 10. We want to put these below here and just say 1 equals minimal time, 10 equals full-time commitment. We don't need this yellow thing. We're going to put it above. It can be yellow, but it doesn't need to be as wide. And I think it should go above the voting numbers just from a user standpoint. And then I'm going to tell it, please adjust all questions to follow the above formatting rules. Whoa, that may be extreme that I'm asking it to do all this at one time. Let's see what it does. It's probably smarter to ask it one thing at a time, but instead I asked it to do 3 things on one question, and then I said, hey, do that same thing on all of the questions. But I may completely confuse it, so much so that maybe I need to start from scratch. I'm not really sure. We're gonna find out. But I do know I only have 1 question left for this genie today, so we'll see what wish I have. All right, so let's have a look. I'm not even gonna read the response that it gave us, but let me just look and see what it did. So the real question is, what did it do on the next one? Totally followed the instructions. That's cool. it was able to do it all. That is so neat. Time commitment, investment level, required skills, earning potential. Yeah, this is like copy. Like we'll adjust this later. I think we'll adjust that information later. Let's see. So what's the last thing that I'd want to change on this today? I do think I will need to play around with it some more to see if the data is correct. And I need to think through the logic, again, the logic of the questions, the rating system and the grades and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think I'm going to save this final question. We'll call it a day. Vibe code with you guys later. See ya.